Hi community, today's guest is Jason Upton. He's one of the speakers of the event Healing the Body, Healing the Mind, that will take part the 12th and 13th of June. And he's here today to explain us how the Kum Nye can be a very beneficial practice for our mind well-being. Welcome, Jason.
No, lovely to be here.
So Jason Upton is a psychotherapist and dance movement therapist with many years experience in the fields of trauma and sexual abuse. He has practiced Kum Nye and other Tibetan movement practices for over 17 years. And he is a senior lecturer at Regent's University and sees clients in private practice. So my question for you today, Jason, is how the movement and breathings of Kum Nye can restore our mental well-being.
Yes. I think a good way to think about that is by appreciating that in the body we can have various habits, and many of those habits can be associated with emotions or different mental states. And the easiest thing to think about is if you just notice when you're anxious, it changes your breath. You might breathe shallow, you might breathe fast, and your heart rate might go up. So we can recognize that there's this strong association between feelings and mental states and also thinking and in the body. And often these can become habits, So for instance, with breathing, people often learn if they often get anxious or fearful in life, they often leave to breathe in a particular way. They don't breathe down deep, they don't breathe fully and so forth. And it's not just in the breath, but this can also be reflected in the entirety of our body and so forth. So the lovely thing about Kum Nye is a practice that helps us to work with these habits. And it helps us to overcome these habits. Because when you do some of the movements, I can't really show what the movements are like now, but the movements encourage us to expand and to stretch out, if you like, and to find new ways of moving, new ways of breathing. And so it becomes a very gentle challenge to kind of overcome those habits. So if I just give a quick example, there's one movement where you would put your arms like this, and you start very slowly, and you go this side, and you breathe in, and you go to the other side, where you breathe out. And you continue like this for 5-6 minutes, and then you might get quicker. And then you get quicker. And you're breathing in and you're breathing out, and then you get quicker, and you end with a hold, and you push down, and then you release. Now, if we just stop and think for a little bit, what's happening in our breath? As we move, we're encouraging a full breath, and we're also rotating. So we're opening up this part of the lungs, this part of the chest. And when you start to go faster, once you're comfortable with the movement, you get this lovely bounce from side to side. And what is the bounce doing? The bounce is literally stretching and opening up the kind of intercostal muscles and the fascia and so forth. And all of these help to overcome all the types of habits that I was referring to before. So at the end of a breath like that, you kind of stop and you've breathed into a much greater capacity of the lung, and you've overcome the kind of muscular habits, and you stop. You let the breath go natural, and then you just see what's going on and so forth. So not only have you influenced your breath and the habits in the breath, but the associated emotions, any anxieties or fears and so forth. So it also helps to calm down. So that's one very small way in which Kum Nye through the body, through the breath, can help emotions and our mental well-being.
So I'm really willing to see you and to hear you in the 12th of June. I think that's your day.
Forward to it.
So
yes, it is. Yeah.
And for everybody who is interested in seeing this practice or practicing with you, because I think you are going to make a little practice during the event, Healing the Body, Healing the Mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yes, we'll do. We'll do a good 40-45 minutes. So there's a real good chance to actually practice it. And I'll introduce it beforehand and say some things, but I don't want it to be just me talking, Okay. So I'll do a little bit of talking, half an hour or so, get some thoughts and ideas and understanding. And then I want us to practice, because that's where the real juices.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. So we are willing to join you, and thank you so much for staying here with us, and hope to see you soon.
My pleasure. Yes, lovely. Hope to see you soon too. Take care.
Thank you.